Hi there, students. Fickle. Okay, fickle is an adjective which describes normally a person who is very changeable, especially with their relationships with other people. So they are erratic. Fickle means somebody who changes their opinion or their loyalty with no good reason. So somebody who is fickle, they change allegiance suddenly. You can't trust them. First he's with one girl and he's really in love with her, but he's really fickle and suddenly he's with another one. Okay, capricious. This is describes something that is likely to change or change opinion just because of a whim, a sudden desire. So if you describe something as fickle, it's an adjective. It's likely to change for no obvious reason. It's unpredictable. So, for example, public opinion is very fickle. The public love you today, and then suddenly tomorrow you're their worst enemy. So they suddenly change allegiance. Very often the British weather is described as fickle. It's the middle of July, you have a party planned in the garden, and then the fickle British weather decides to rain as hard as it can. It decides to bucket down. Don't use raining cats and dogs. It decides to bucket down. So the British weather is fickle. You can't trust it. I think very often the supporters of a team are very fickle. When their team is winning, their team is brilliant and everybody's wonderful. But if they lose, they start criticising everybody and everything about their team. So someone who's fickle is your best friend today, and then suddenly tomorrow they don't want to talk to you. Okay, so they're very changeable in their relationships, in the way they feel about people. Yeah, we use this word fickle especially for people, but you can use it for other things that you can't trust. So she had a very fickle boyfriend. He was always chasing other girls. But the weather can be fickle. The stock market can be very fickle. One day it's incredibly high and everything's going wonderfully. And the next day there's bad news and it drops like a stone. Okay? So it's fickle. Notice you have a noun, fickleness, and you could even say thickly as an adverb. He thickly did this. He fickly changed allegiance. Okay, fickle. Now the next question, formality. You could probably just about use it in an informal conversation, but this word is much, much more suitable for a formal conversation, a formal letter, a formal framework. Let's see, informally I would say changeable, untrustworthy, something like that. I strongly suggest using this word in your exams. It's a good word to use to show that you have a wide vocabulary. Okay? Fickle, changeable, untrustworthy. Public opinion is very fickle. It's a good phrase for an exam writing. And remember, it's really on the formal side, say 6.5, maybe even 7 in formality. Okay, apparently the origin comes from Old English, fickle, which means tricky or deceitful or cunning. So something you can't trust. And clearly a fickle person or something that's fickle is something you can't trust. So there you go, fickle. Untrustworthy, changeable, capricious. Particularly to use to describe people, but you can use it to describe a situation that suddenly changes and is unpredictable. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. I'm so glad my supporters are not fickle. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.